do you want to know how to do the sick zoom out effect? You can see in my example, I get the window to close up and shut just like a car window would. It's a pretty cool effect and really smooth transition. So no more talk, let me show you how to do it. Let's go. Okay, so jumping into After Effects, I'd like you to have two clips. I want you to have whatever clip you're going to be zooming in from, and then I'm going to be having a car clip. For me, I'm going to be using a car window. You don't have to use a car window, you can use whatever you'd like, but just apply the same principle. So I want you to open up the layer you're going to be zooming in from, which is this one here for me. I'm going to be using the car window. So I'm going to grab my roto brush and I'm going to roto brush out the car. If you don't know how to roto brush, I highly recommend you find another tutorial online on how to do that and come straight back. For the record, this is an intermediate tutorial. I'm going to be doing this a lot more quicker and less explaining for beginners pretty much. So if you can't follow through with this, I have plenty of beginner zoom tutorials. I will link them down the description on the top link for you to check out first. Then you can come back to this. So let's get straight back into it. So essentially, guys, before freezing this new rotor layer you've done, I'd like you to duplicate it and then freeze it, okay? I'm going to tell you why in a second. So let that finish off, then double click with the rotor brush on your new layer that you've just done, right? So you've got one that's frozen and you have one that's not, okay? Now I want you to press invert. So for the bottom one, I have inverted it, I believe, and frozen it. So on the top one, I'm going to do no invert, okay? And then I'm going to freeze it, okay? So essentially you have one inverted rotor brush layer and one non-inverted layer right next to each other. So in theory, when you put them two together on the composition, it's normal because you've got one that's not inverted and one that's inverted, yeah? Now I'd like you to drag these clips a little bit over your current footage that you're going to be transitioning into. I want it to zoom out when he lifts up his hand with the drill gun, whatever. So when it starts doing that, that's when I want the effect to happen. So I'm going to bring it in closer, just about there for when it's about to zoom out. Before we do anything, add motion tile to your bottom layer and put the output width to just more than 200. Anything above 200 is fine. Not too much though in case you've got a brick PC. Right, now from there I want you to enable 3D on both of your inverted layers. And actually I'm going to label mine and I highly recommend you do the same. So the top one is the outer layer. So I'm going to rename that to outer. And then the bottom one's obviously inner. So instead of bottom, I'm just going to put inner now. That's fine by me. So outer and inner. Okay? Just like that. So inner, inside the car window. I'm going to leave the inner layer disabled for now. Simply because we're not going to need it just yet. That will be after we finish the zoom. So now I want you to right click anywhere and do a new camera for me. Make sure it's a 2-node camera. Okay it. And then cut it down to your clips. Now, as you can see, the clip's looking pretty choppy from my end. That's because we haven't adjusted the Z values yet. So select both of your outer and inner layer, press P, and then you've got your X, Y, and Z values as you as an intermediate would know. And then I'd like you to bring the Z value out and out, okay? Keep going until it disappears. You can either use that or you can use this little blue Z value here. So I'm doing that till it disappears here. That's fine by me. So it's pretty much out of the way now. Because we're doing a zoom out, we want it to go into the new Z value. I'm actually going to take it out a bit more just in case. So somewhere like there's fine for me. Then from there, I'm going to go into the camera layer down at the bottom, transform, and then from there, I'm going to enable point of interest and position. Now that I've enabled them, I need to make sure that that stays the same value because that's where we start from. Go forward a little bit, use your dolly tool, which is up here, and drag outwards, okay? But if you notice that the bottom clip isn't working, that's because it hasn't got a 3D layer on it. So make sure you 3D the bottom layer as well. And as you can see, when I go up, I'll zoom it out just to about where the layer ends. So there is perfect. I'm not too happy with the motion tile being too obvious. So all I'm going to do to fix that really is just something really quick and cheeky. So I'm just going to go down to the bottom layer and up the scale. So maybe something like that. Maybe that'll help. Because it's going to be very quick anyway. I don't mind starting in a bit zoom. So just like that, you can see we've got it zooming out, but it's just way too slow. How do we fix that? First off, I'm going to bring this in a bit more, and then I'm going to highlight all of it and press F9 to easy ease. Go into the graph editor, highlight the right side, and drag all the way to the left so you have a sharp curve. Now looking through, you can see that it's working pretty cool there. So I have a bit of an issue. You can see that when I'm zooming out, it just appears out of nowhere, which isn't very smooth. So all you can do to fix that is move your roto layer backwards just so it captures the entire thing. As you can see, that's a lot more smoother now. So I've adjusted just a little bit more, but as you can see, that is the zoom done. Now it's time for the window animation. Make sure whatever you're closing, whether it be a door, a window, or a car window like me, ensure it's always underneath the outer layer, because as you can see, when I drag it, it's behind it. But if it was above, then it doesn't look like a car window, does it? So let's get straight into it now. But when you enable it, you can see something odd happening. You can see it's just cutting it gradually. Don't worry, that's normal. So for now, I'm going to end the animation. I want the window to close just around there. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the inner layer, keep P open, and keyframe position. Okay, I'm going to go forward a little bit more, just like this, and just drag it down and out the clip, just like that. As you can see, that makes the window animation actually happen. So when we go through it, yeah, it's not very fast or window-like, but now it's time to fix that. I want it to be a lot quicker just so it's less noticeable as not a window and just part of the clip. So I'm going to make it quicker, F9 it, and just looking at that, that looks pretty fire, but it's too late for me. So I want it to interact with the camera animation. So the key point is to work with the peak. So looking at our peak is right here. So I want the animation to kind of be working with us. So I'd want to stop it maybe around there instead. So keeping that open, bring this a bit more forward just to bring the keyframes a bit more forward, just like this. Now you see that's done, but there's still something missing to it which we really need to add, which is a shake, and I've got something perfect for that. So guys, you can use whatever you've got to hand, but if you want a really good animation, I've got a whole preset pack that's got 30 plus different effects suited for trap, rap and drill, music video editors and VFX artists. It's called the Trap Essentials and it's available on my website onthecam.com, which I'll link down in the description. It's not no average pack either. It's been used in plenty of trending music videos and it's been getting results for time. It'll be the second or third link, but it's just onthecam.com if you want to take a look at it. It's really useful and I use it on nearly all of my projects. Now, jumping straight back in, I want the shake to happen as soon as the window goes up, okay? So I'm going to add a new adjustment layer. Then from there, I'm going to add in the shadow hit, but the green one. So you got 3 shadow hits that come with the pack, but I'm just going to use the green one. Now, there's a lot more different things inside this pack, but that's what I feel suits this clip best. So opening up the keyframes with you, I'm just going to drag this forward a little bit until the main animation happens. And just in a click, look how much better that looks. So zooming out into a nice green smash. Perfect. And to be fair, looking through it now, it is a really smooth transition. So I hope you guys learned something. Here is the final render. We've come to the end of the video, guys. Hope you lot have enjoyed it. More importantly, I hope you learned something. Ensure you're always applying what you're learning. Otherwise, you ain't going to learn shit. Have a good day, guys. I'll catch you on the next video. Love.